Morning, good morning.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Come on in.
I'm
Make
Allison.
yourself comfortable. I'm Cinnamon.
We're officially in the countdown week to Thanksgiving for those who celebrate, aka Americans, I guess. Today's episode is a full one. We have a little bit of a story that involves us driving into the dead of night.
Highs and lows.
And also just a fun little surprise for our show and tell at the end. But first,
And a lot of trailer in between.
Well, starting now. On that note, I was wondering how many of you have been following along with that hit Hallmark movie about the football player and the pop star that is captivating us, and I wasn't even a Swiftie. And I'm still not a Swiftie. I think I'm a
Trailer?
Kelce.
What do they call them?
Kelce Swift.
What do they call the trailer? Do they call it trailer?
I
Travis
don't
and
know.
Taylor?
Trailers.
Definitely a trailer. Al and I, we keep each other updated.
It is so Hallmark.
We'll say, did you just see?
Because for those who don't know, you realized that he had a crush on her. He went to her concert and tried to give her a friendship bracelet with his telephone number.
This was I think it was July.
July 6th.
He came, did you?
Yeah, I looked at the timeline.
He came to one of her concerts. They didn't know each other then, but he had a crush on her.
We're talking about Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce and Taylor
For our
Swift.
international audience, he's I didn't know much about him, but I guess he's his own little
He's a
star.
tight end of the Chiefs, and he won the Super Bowl. He and his brother. We knew the story.
Look at this little football.
I don't. We knew that the two brothers played against each other in the Super Bowl.
I didn't.
I mean, I knew there were two brothers. I didn't know Travis Kelce was half.
I didn't know there was a Super Bowl.
I wasn't even sure if it was Kelce or Kelce a few weeks ago. But now that this is unfolded,
because then he invited her like a sort of a public invitation to you
first,
rocked it at Arrowhead. Come see me rock it at Arrowhead, and she showed up to his game
at the stadium where he plays, but
not in the backyard.
Yes. Well, because I don't know if it's called Arrowhead necessarily.
It is Arrowhead. I do know because I looked up the timeline, and it is Arrowhead Stadium. Yes.
Okay, because I know Arrowhead's a town just a few
No,
clicks
it's not
away.
that one.
No,
it's yeah.
A dog's moving. That's the earthquake. If we're shaking,
we're a little shaken because one of our lights went kaput right before this.
We're operating on one.
We're using open windows and a single bulb. So we
stick of gum and a paper clip to kind of make this all. We're doing MacGyver style.
I hope you can see us. We got a flashlight and a candle. I hope you can see us. I hope you can see just enough of us, and it's not like HD. That's what I'm hoping. I'll find out. And if you notice there's a filter, it's probably because I had to fix things in post. This is my episode. But yeah, so where we are now, just the latest,
people had kind of thought they'd broken. Well, she hadn't been to any of his games.
Well, I was getting worried as well because we knew that she was starting back on the second leg of her tour, and that she was going down to Buenos Aires. She was in Argentina, and he has his bye week, so he did not play football this week. So everyone was watching to see, was he going to go see her?
But there had not been any public outings in a while.
What happened next was everyone, if you Google this, all the articles were, why didn't Travis go to Taylor's concert? What's happening?
Well, I think because
they
hadn't made any public apperances, it stoked the fire.
Everyone assumed it was over. And then day two, he arrives. And This is the big moment. He went to her concert where, keep in mind, the last time he went to her concert, he was coming with his telephone number.
Backstage.
He was coming.
And here he is sitting in the VIP tent with her dad.
And get this, he's rocking out to all the songs. She changed the lyrics
of Karma
to include him. The dad is excited. Then eagle-eyed iPhone users watch, and she comes back. This after the concert. She's backstage. She's waving at everyone.
She sees him.
Picks up to a run. The camera switches to him. She leaps into his arms
and they kiss
and hugs him and kisses
it's
him.
their first public.
Talk about your Hallmark moment. This was
epic.
It's cinematic.
Epic.
And that is
precious.
Beautiful. I'm having a little bit of a sharp pain in the back of my
Are you stroke?
cranium.
Are you stroke
I'm
out?
super excited. I've already named their children. I'm so excited for this because they're the same age. They're both really fun personalities and very original.
Well, and as someone said, they're both at the top of their game in their individual arenas.
And he was such an unabashed fan. He's a Swiftie.
She said herself, I'm never being cool, edgy, It's not anything that's ever come naturally to me. She said, I am creative, I'm hardworking, and I'm honest, or whatever she said. That's who I am. And I think it's so cool because those things have become cool. And I love that he recognized those traits in her and loves her for them. But 16 or 18, 2000, before the pandemic, they have a video of him being interviewed where it was like, who's
your celebrity crush or whatever?
And he mentioned
Taylor Swift. So, I mean, just like, how many times have you like, to see him like the crush that he's been, is like now in love.
I just loved, it was so precious seeing him in the VIP tent with her dad, because literally like 3 months ago, he couldn't even get his phone number to her at a concert.
That's our chit chat for today. We're just buzzing with that.
We're buzzing with that. We've been
that
really
is, we follow every hashtag Traylor, and just you keep updating because he's still in Argentina. He's still in Buenos Aires. What will happen next? If you're in Argentina,
well, she does surprise songs in each concert.
Does she really?
You know what her surprise song was for yesterday?
What was it?
It was a song.
Don't.
What?
Don't. What was it? What was it?
Well, I won't.
No, what was it?
I won't.
Tell me quickly though. What was it?
It was Endgame, which that song is like, I want you to be my endgame, or want you to be...
That's it.
Google the lyrics. Google the lyrics.
You couldn't write this. You could not write this. Okay, I'm going to take a pause for a second.
My only fear is...
Don't tell your fears. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. We'll stop right there. Alexa, don't. They're going to break up. I know that. Alexa, no, that's it. We're not doing your fears. Then we're going to stay harmonious in this episode. We have a plan. We did notice we were a little
If you want to hear my fears, comment below.
No, you don't want to hear Sin's fears. We were a little snippy in the Friday episode, so we have it. What's our promise?
I didn't think we were.
Yes, and. Isn't that what we said?
We said instead of using... We've tried the bell. We've tried the wooden spoon. I said to Allison, why don't we just do yes and? If you're saying something someone doesn't agree with, just say yes.
Yeah.
And because that's what we do in improv.
Yeah. And Alexa, what's the weather today?
Fear,
yes. And Alexa, what's the weather today?
You'll see partly sunny weather and can expect a high of 57 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 23 degrees.
It's just that range.
They've started putting snow on the man-made snow on the ski slopes to get it, priming it for the Thanksgiving rush.
Yeah, they're getting ready for. I have to say, you may not know this, but living in a resort town up in the mountains, winter becomes like all the locals take off to their desert homes. True story. I don't have a desert home. Do you have a desert home?
Our parents do, and we spend quite a lot of time when it gets cold.
But it becomes Times Square here. It becomes so crowded. All right, words of the day. Words of the day.
Words of the day. Words of the day. A.
All right, words of the day. So this is all you.
It is all me, or shall I say it's all Taylor. I looked up famous Taylor Swift quotes because I'm here. We're all excited, And I wanted to look up some Travis, but you can't have too many quotes, and I already have 3. I think about food literally all day, every day. It's a thing. So relatable and perfect for Thanksgiving.
Wow, that is very.
That is exactly my relationship with food.
That's a beautiful. I'll have that embroidered on a pillow. What's the next?
She says, just because you make a good plan doesn't mean that that's what's going to happen. I know that's very wise. It is so true.
That's life. Hashtag life.
Hashtag life. But that's such a positive spin on it, and it has a nice whimsy to it, so that you don't. The best made plans, right? ... And this says it very well. And then to end on a very sort of meaningful note, she says, no matter what happens in life, be good to people. Oh. Being good to people is a wonderful legacy to leave behind. Yeah. Just so important to stay humble, no matter what happens in life. I might become the next Taylor Swift.
It's obviously we're on that trajectory.
I mean, that's
very clear.
You can see it happening,
right? You see we're at 1.47, so
1,470
something.
Is it 70 or 7? What is our numbers right now for our
it's
subscribers?
1,473, I think,
wow.
or whatever. We want to thank each and every one of you.
Sparkies.
You're our Sparkies.
You're our Sparkies.
And you've got our hearts and it's too exciting. It's too exciting.
Now I just have to find myself.
Soon.
Now I just have to find myself a tight end somewhere, and see.
Sin, that sounds. I'll have to take that.
That's
out.
what Kelce is.
He's
a tight end.
Yeah, but Sin, that sounds. I will be taking that out. Just so you know, I'm not even saying that to be funny.
That's a position.
I won't leave that in.
That's a position of football.
I will not leave that in. We have children watching.
Wildlife watch.
Wildlife watch.
Watch it. Watch it.
Wildlife watch.
Watch it. It's a tale, pun intended, of lost and found
and lost again. So we were out walking, and it's dusk, and I have Max, and Sin has Abby, which are two of the more rambunctious of the dogs. Up ahead, we saw what we thought was a coyote, didn't we? At first.
I know you thought it was a coyote. You weren't wearing your glasses. I think
I was wearing my glasses.
Oh, were you?
I was, but
Oh.
it was a husky.
It was a husky.
Yeah.
So I gave Abby to Allison, so Allison had the two rambunctious dogs, and I went down the road to see if the husky needed help. And the husky turned and started galloping
Toward you.
racing toward me. And you don't turn and run because that's the predator instinct then, sparked in that little dog. So instead I knelt down and I said, "Look at you, pretty girl. Come here, pretty girl." Hoping it was a girl,
comes
not
Max.
just because that's what I was calling it. But and sure enough,
It's okay, Max.
so the harness was broken. Obviously, it had somehow it actually was a she. She had escaped off her leash or
Little escape artist.
and so I took my scarf off and put it on her
And
harness.
you have to imagine, as this is all happening, it's not that Abby and Max are sitting there patiently saying, let us know when you're ready. They were like pulling. I was like, oh,
They were
flame.
flipping out.
They were so upset. So obviously, when we arrive at the house, my dogs come into the cabin, and then the husky, I connected 4 leashes together and attached it to the porch because I
and
thought
put a little baby gate.
I thought, if she ever, I didn't want her to like scale our fences, and we gave her food and water
And a little pallet.
a little bed.
Because the animal shelter was closed for the day and would not open again until the next
But
morning.
we also checked, and the temperatures were in the 50s for the evening. We came in, we were organizing our own doggy dinners in here, getting things sorted. Maybe 20 minutes went by, maybe, and that's stretching it. Maybe 15 is more accurate. Went outside. The end of the leash was there that had been like
chewed off.
like a razor, like she had a pocket knife on her,
Like she had a box cutter.
clean edge, and she was
The
nowhere to
baby
be
gate was
found.
pushed aside that
Yeah.
we put on the porch, and our fences they're pretty tall fences, and so we went into the night.
We went into the night.
We learned her name by then because you went on to the
I went on the ring.
neighborhood.
I'd already started posting pictures. The first one saying, "Look who we found. Does this belong to
Does this
anyone?"
belong to you?
And people in the neighborhood said, "Oh, her name is Tequila, and she's an escape artist."
This is not her first rodeo. She's done this a few times.
So then we went out first on foot, then by car.
Having to scream tequila, tequila,
Because
which,
we could hear the coyotes are active, so we're like, "Tequila!"
How embarrassing.
It was so
Can I just
embarrassing.
say?
Please don't name your
Please
dog
do not
Tequila.
do not name your dog
Please.
something people can't scream out. People should know you're looking for a dog when they hear the name.
They
They shouldn't think
they
you're
should-
asking
a drink
for a drink.
order. And that was
So then we
upsetting.
went in the car,
Yeah.
and so we could do
Yeah.
a longer
I
and
said that,
wider circumference and put the headlights on and things, and still
No. No. So the next morning
Well, I wish that we would see something about her being found because I just keep thinking.
well, maybe it was just, I would be more worried if we saw something about her being lost. So current events. If you
current
like
events. If you like your
raisins,
you like current events.
current events.
So for current events, we went to our first tree lighting of the season. Our little village has a couple of them. The big town one is after Thanksgiving, but the hospital
and we've been to that one a couple times.
Oh yes. Even before we lived here, we would drive up there.
Yeah.
It's very hallmarky. We'll have to
Very,
show you some footage.
very.
This one I've heard about for some time, even before I moved up here, and I always have wanted to go because it's the first tree lighting of the season, the second Saturday in November, and it's at the hospital. I didn't realize that it's a little more like a memorial service. It's because it's a lighting in honor of those who've passed.
Yes.
And so even the person giving the speech before the lights were turned on was crying, and so it was very emotional.
And it was there was a presentation on grief, and so we didn't know that piece.
Didn't know that piece, but we did get to talk.
Our grandma passed this year,
passed.
so we did.
This is our first Christmas without her, so we did. Get a chance.
We got to honor our grandma.
The sort of oddest part of it was the key speaker when we were on the grounds of a hospital and a helicopter was coming in, and the key speaker
Didn't pause.
Didn't say, "Let me just wait for this guy to land." And so
we lost a little bit.
We lost a little bit of what she was saying.
Well, I thought a beautiful moment was those glass windows that are across from the tree, you could see inside the hospital, they were bringing some of their elderly patients
to come
over
watch.
to the window to watch the tree lighting. I thought that was very special.
It was very lovely.
Very touching.
It was really lovely. It was a very
Beautiful
I
tree.
would say,
all right, so for today's show and tell, it's a photographic show and tell. Show and tell.
We're gonna show. You're gonna tell. No.
I give a challenge. If you had to pick one photograph that represents Thanksgiving to you, what picture would you choose? So why don't you go first? And what picture did you choose that represents just the Thanksgiving? We're on the countdown, guys. What's your Thanksgiving?
I chose a picture of the parade, the Macy's Day Parade. We are originally from the East Coast. We've actually been to the parade. When I was little, I have a very strong memory of watching
I never have.
From the window of my parents knew
That
someone.
was Seinfeld.
No, this was, first of all, you said yes and.
Oh, sorry. Yes and. But that we were
very
never
little.
been.
Yes, we have. You can call Mom. Right.
Have we?
Have, yes and. Yes and. Yes, we have when we were very little. And I have a memory of being in the window looking down because our parents knew someone who lived along the route.
I honestly,
Lane and Anna.
Yes.
And so we got to
watch it.
watch
And there was
it
a
from the
Seinfeld
window.
episode that was very similar. You might be thinking of.
It's
Lily and Mom went one year when we'd already moved out to California.
Elsa doesn't understand the yes and.
She
doesn't understand it. She doesn't understand it.
Just stay gentle.
I will if you would say yes and.
No.
It's easier to be gentle if you follow the rules.
And we've never been to the parade. Mom and Lily have.
I know they have, and we have too.
As children.
Hi,
Mom.
It's
Quick
Cinnamon.
question.
It's Cinnamon. We're actually filming our show live right now. Well, it's not live, but
it's happening live.
Mom, when we were little, didn't we go to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and watch it from the window of like Lane and Anna's house or something?
Yeah, with the Colliers. John knew the guys up there, and I guess the guys had said, "Hey, if you want to see it, this is a good office. You could come up here and." There'll be other people up here, and so they brought us with them.
Thank you, Mom. Love you.
I love you, Mom, with all my heart. Love you, Dad.
Where is he?
It's not with us. He's not with us. I thought I heard his voice on the other.
All right, love you guys.
It's probably me. But tell me now, you're working on another, because I was checking to see if there was something I hadn't seen.
Not till Monday.
Not till Monday. We're doing Monday.
Kevin.
Yeah, we're doing Monday.
I love your voices because, even if I have to get up and turn the stuff that's in the washing machine into the dryer, I can hear you.
Very well. You missed. There's a lot of pantomime and things going on.
It's
you
a
might
visual.
be missing. It's a very visual
medium.
show.
We do a lot of.
Make sure you watch the visual.
I love the visual media. Check it out.
All right, love you, Mom.
I love you, Mom, with all my heart. Thank you. So I was right. I love you with all my heart, Mom.
Well, have a good day, darling.
All right, love you.
Before I'll be seeing you.
All right, bye for now.
Bye for now.
Bye, sweetheart. Bye-bye. Both of you.
Okay, so
I'll save my photograph for another episode because I can already tell we're pushing the clock. Love Bug. Thinking of you,
Thinking about you, Love Bug. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more. In the meantime,
that would be so cool. Please like and
let's
subscribe.
get up to 2,000.
Share
that
it.
would be very
Tell your friends and family. If we get to 2,000, we are one step closer from rockin' Arrowhead Stadium. Really. Happy Thanksgiving countdown.
Do unto others
as you would have them do unto you.
Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more.